prove that like they don't need Wu to just pop off and they can win with the fundamentals. I saw that in that last game in the low number situations, they were able to trade out and convert those like retake scenarios or all those scenarios that like they didn't win in the first game. So hopefully that continues and they can just keep up with that momentum.
Yeah, exactly. And now that they're starting on the defense, maybe just with the fact that they were able to close this one out, the fact that they're starting on the defense, it might even means that it goes the distance. I'm honestly way more concerned about that second half and what is going to happen when it has to be them on the attack against one of the strongest, even not the strongest Ascent defense that we have.
I mean, you know what happens.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Don't have to bring that up this soon. But yeah, I mean,
happy moment for him. Yeah, they did great. They came back.
Oh yeah.
I was thinking about GEN.G's defense.
I was thinking of GEN.G too.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
my bad.
And GEN.G's defense, I mean, Josh, you've played against it, is really good on this map. We talked about some of the kind of varying of the forward plays on Icebox and their retakes. They excel at that here as well. I think good protocols on that side.
Yeah, for sure. And I want to like point out that Munchkin lost a lot of 1v2s at the B side in Icebox, and I want to see how he's able to mentally recover into this next game.
This is the thing, though. You said that they don't necessarily need Vut to be the one to pop off for them to win. I think the story is the same for GEN.G, Kukuku. You know, we've seen maps where Texture wasn't necessarily present, and the rest of that team managed to carry him through.
And hear me out. Even though this is Ascend and we're going to be looking at the Jets, I am looking at Karon. He is the clutch king on this map. Same goes for Meteor. Both on each extremities of the map when we go into that defense are going to be super, super important.
But this is Texture's map for GEN.G, and at this point in the series, this is where I'm starting to look at that mental for GEN.G. They've talked about it as an issue in Pacific. It was the issue in Madrid. They were favored to win that final. They were up early on, and then they lost the map, and the map 5 of Icebox slipped away from them. It's a different team than they were then, but still keeping this mental strong, bouncing back, recovering on a map that should be very heavily favored towards this GEN.G squad is going to be really important.
They're men now. They're men.
Sure, but if they lose this map, I'm very worried about GEN.G for the rest of this finals.
But on the other side of this, this was Heretics permaban forever, and they let it through against G2, and then they immediately went back to banning it again. So I feel like a mental side perhaps on the side of them as well, as we take a look at the Asian select, and they're going to bring in a Killjoy, yeah.
I mean, we're not surprised. This is just the standard composition. Yeah, probably Benji felt more comfortable to be on the Cypher, but Killjoy brings you a lot more to do, especially slowing down and affecting GEN.G's attack. I'm honestly concerned about how GEN.G is going to deal with those post-plants and those retakes that Heretics has been so good in so far.
Yeah, this seems to be a pattern. Benji switching over from the Cypher to the KJ. What do you make of this?
I think Cypher gave some unique abilities to help him play out the defense that gave us problems. I believe the Killjoy swap is for their attack and making sure those like mollies are in the right spots to block out the rotation spots. So I expect a better attack from them here.
They're starting on defense as well, though. Benji and Boo are great anchors on this map. If they can get a strong start in this third map, it postures Team Heretics for a great chance to win this final.
Well, it's 1-1 on the board, and the momentum is on the side of Team Heretics. Doug and Baby Bay, let's get us back into game.
Yinsu, it would be my absolute pleasure. Map 2 was a gift, and Ascent often delivers bangers, so there's very good reason to think we're going to get a little bit more of the same. We talked a lot, or the Des did, about the swap from the Cypher to the KJ. I'd love to get your thoughts on that as well.
Yeah, I think it's definitely for the attacking side. Heretics struggled to get any type of B main control with just the cages and the camera. It didn't really do much of anything, honestly, and that's why you saw G2 just absolutely punish them on their defensive side. So that is the change, but the question is, will their defensive side now lack? Because that Cypher, he had so much value controlling a bunch of different areas of the map, playing at 2 spots at once.
They're going to get tested. GEN.G had a field day with aggression at the beginning of Icebox, and they caused so many problems, but we'll see if it's a bit of the same. Lakia's drone clearing out mid, finding a little bit of space and getting any info that it can. But all this Killjoy utility, Dre, it's posted up. Hey.
Perfect for Benji. Fishy, the turret as well. We've seen Boostio do this quite a bit. Saw him do it at Champs, actually.
Texture doesn't feel good here. He's taking 70 HP. Yeah, he's swung. He's found safe passage, but he's been put in a corner, now finding space, now getting out. GEN.G looking really good on this pistol, and they don't seem to be slowing down.
That's scrappy on the actual site. A bunch of players running through smokes. Woot will convert that kill on a Texture.
Got a little messy there. Woot deciding that he wants to take a different approach, and Locky is a step ahead of it. Meanwhile, I'm not really sure how that happened. Pen that through the wall. He's got to hit the shot, dashing to his left, trying to fire to his right, and a little bit more spam. What seemed secure, what seemed safe, is now up for grabs, is now unsettled. Woot with 22 HP. He's gonna have to clutch this out, but again, they've got him surrounded, they've got him. Drop, Gen.G, get the pistol.
I mean, a flurry of bullets everywhere for Woot, getting a bunch of tags, getting a spam kill. And he's kind of online now, finally. I feel like Heretics have been waiting for him. Maybe now that he realizes that his team can do it without him. Allows him the space to breathe and actually just commit on some of these nice shots that we know he can hit. That being said, yeah, that was insane.
Done.
That being said, Gen.G, they did a really good job of not falling early to those mollies of Benji Fishy.
Yeah.
And wrapping the site, going in and out of the smokes. That little bit of finesse, it goes the extra mile for them.
That Texture played that so well.
Yeah, he lived for so long.
He's got a Guardian in hand now. That knife on the other side of the map by Tatatech, not going to tag anything.
And Gen.G, it was the anti-eco that didn't go their way in the last map that kind of gave life to Team Heretics. So you have to believe that they want to convert this. They need to convert this.
Give them an inch, and they'll take the whole damn map.
Yeah, and on a map like this where you really need to salvage as many rounds as you can on the attacking side, I mean, it's going to be even more crucial than ever. Good utility being used so far to delay any flood from heaven.
Booz was in a really nice spot, but he cannot stand in the face of the Vandal. So a knife will be invested out, still just pistols for Heretics, not really able to do much else. We got Woot with the Sheriff.
Spike planted.
Little nice bit of HP.
No spam kills this time around, though.
No. You know, Rians is going exploring a little bit. Much to his dismay, he'll be met with an alarm bot on the other side.
Yeah. At some point, he's just going to go for the exits. Lakia picking up kills, Texture picking up kills. Woot still going strong. Whoa!
Yes, he is. He's gotten 2. But he's going to have to close out in an ace fashion if he wants to win this. Time is short, too. He's gotten 3. But Karen stops him. Gen.G get their second.
Nicely done from Gen.G from the beginning of that exec. All the utility was really good. Setting Texture up to get that kill onto Jenny with that dagger. But Woot, he's 6-2. He already has knives online.
You know,
viewers can't see it quite yet.
We talked so much about Woot needing to come online, Woot needing to be the spark, and Heretics showed us on Icebox that they can win in spite of their star struggling. The problem right now is he's the only one performing. He's the only one with kills on their side, and yes, it's early, so you can't imagine that will remain the case for much longer. Boo had a shot at it there.
Yeah, one-way disrespected from Karon there.
It's the Gen.G way.
Oh, this silent walk-up. Perfect dagger. Ooh. But they all dodge it.
And Tatatech gets dropped. And now they can go forward. With free mobility and free utility, Texture falls.
There was no follow-up from his teammates there.
He was the only one able to get out, you're right.
Yeah, there's a disconnect right now, maybe in the communication or what was being said in the comms. Something not going the way, and all of a sudden, Heretics, I mean, it looked dire for them in that round. Had that kill gotten converted or even traded, that would have been a free A site. Now they're forced to walk into the blender of the Killjoy utility. See if they're aware of the Molly's lane with that alarm bot. If they're not, I mean, this could be disaster.
Turret cleared. More to come. Benji Fishy not getting tagged by the knife, so his utility is still in play. Tries to clear the drone. The flash goes up. Meteor is behind him, and he has no idea. And even if he knew at that point, he was so blind, he was so deafened, he never had a shot. Now they can turn their attention over to B. Not concerned, not worried about the utility. It's easier now. Woot's playing on the other side of the smoke, dashing forward, but Meteor's there to greet, Meteor's there to wait, Meteor's there to punish. Woot falls, Rians does too. Meteor gifted. And now Boo in a 1v3. He's got the rifle, but the rest of his team doesn't have the finances. They don't have the funds. And so he has to take a step back.
I'm here. And it's brutal. getting bonused by the attacking side. All of a sudden, you know, Gen.G have a chance to get to that 4-round mark. And for a lot of teams on this map, that's a W in itself. They have a bit of buffer to play around with, play around the map. Munchkin, that was a great setup for Meteor there, going all the way up mid. It wasn't too pretty. The shots didn't quite connect at first. But the follow-up utility, I mean, he secured it, and then that built him the confidence to close out the round.
I mean, that kill from Texture at the very beginning was...
Yeah, that was cold.
I mean, dodged the knife. They're able to drop Patty down from up there. It was perfect.
Yeah, not even just him. All 3 members dodged the knife.
And
they
all
swung together. That was beautiful.
They knew what the plan was. They knew what their approach was. And they executed it to perfection. Heretics broken by.
And they're setting up an updraft play here with the knives. Maybe off of an Omen Flash. Does he go for it? Dart Omen Flash to combo with it.
He's getting
Here we go.
There's the high ground. There's the flash. But Munchkin swats him out of the sky. Yeah, they're able to get their one. Now pushing forward. The spike getting planted. And again, Gen.G with control. With room to work and Boo dead. No thrifties this time. Gen.G in firm control.
Oh,
That's all right. Nobody saw that.
a little bit of an awkward dance there.
3 remain for Heretics. 2 of them coming in through spawn, and all 3 of them crumble. 4-0 the way of Gen.G, as you mentioned, on attack.
Yeah. One of the best starts you can have on a map like Ascent. And Gen.G, the desk was right. It's one of their best maps. Yeah, that's disgusting.
I mean, he wasn't even necessarily looking.
Nah,
All reaction.
those Overwatch players, they're built different, Doug.
Just cold.
They're used to plucking things out of the sky, having to flick left and right. Munchkin, he had a rough last map. Josh was talking about how he didn't convert any of the 1v2s that he had. More disrespect shown in A main. Panatek will punish.
Oh, yes, he will. Benji Fishy, not satisfied with sitting back and watching. Gets active, gets involved. Will also reap the benefits. And it seems like Heretics will get a round win. In flawless fashion, Panatek with 4 as Heretics are on the board.
Yeah, an absolute crisis was just avoided with winning that round and winning it cleanly. Now they have an opportunity to build up the economy. Panatek, man, I mean, I feel like he was one of the deciding factors in the win on the last map.
I would agree.
He started off so strong on that attacking side. He was the spark that his team needed, the spark that Rians needed to be able to be set ablaze. And although Rians is sitting at 0 kills right now, he does get that Odin online. We've seen how overpowered it can be on a map like this, especially towards that B site, spamming through all the walls. Even if you don't get a kill, you get all that chip damage in.
Aline A. Panatek holding the line. He's got his ult, but Munchkin does too. Traded in kind. Munchkin pushing forward, getting the best of Panatek. Is he expecting Boo on the other side? Yes, he is. Oh! He gets 2! Not able to convert on the 3rd for Benji Fishy! The 1-2 punch is too good!
What spray control from Benji Fishy. I was blessing him last time with my words, and now he's done it again. The transfer, the entry here from Munchkin, it was so good, it looked so promising. But it just got stripped away by the multi-kills from the 1-2 punch you mentioned.
And you can tell Munchkin, as soon as he goes through that door, check switch. But it was a sloppy check.
Yeah.
It was undisciplined.
He second-guessed himself.
And that's all it takes. I mean, these tiny margins for error. Unreal.
Yeah, on Icebox, it was that pop flash that he did that connected on 2 of his players. Gave all the momentum on the side of Heretics. This time around, that little half check. Gotta feel like he's kicking himself in the leg for that one.
There's no time to think about that, though. Gen.G made a little bit of noise while they let Meteor sit and wait. But now eyes towards B.
And the problem here is Texture has no dash, so he's going to be met by a flurry of bullets. I say that, but that tag might just be enough to gain the space.
Oh, Riens handles that beautifully and then drops the dart, ready for the spam. Texture can't get out. He can't get in. What a play from Riens. The spark on Icebox. Now a full flame on Ascent.
Down mid.
These kids seem like they can do no wrong right now. Oh, where is he gone?
Alarmbot's still up at mid.
Oh, Blue's got utility out. Punished. Meteor finding the right time to strike. And now attention divided with 13 seconds left. Karen's got to go. He doesn't really have time to think this through. He will fall at the hands of Woot.
That's what I was talking about, that early dash into A main. There was no kill off of it, so now in the mid round, in the late round, when you're trying to flood on a site, that opens up the opportunity for this Sova Dart to just get a tag on you, and that Odin. That was the demise of Heretics, so now they're taking a page from G2's book. Playing up close in the beginning, the spam game, flooding into back site, using utility. Patatek, if need be, can rotate over, throw the pop flashes over the top.
I'm so impressed by what Riens did there. If he gets tagged by that ult, probably dies. As you mentioned, doesn't have the dart, doesn't get the kill on the Odin spam.
Yeah, great mechanics.
Under pressure, under duress. One round between these two and a moment to settle and a moment to slow. Gen.G still in the lead, yes, and it looked so comfortable at first. And as you mentioned, you can make the compelling argument that they've won enough on this attacking side already, but honestly, it's an any given Sunday type beat right now. Anything can happen on game day.
And if you give the confidence to Team Heretics, they run away with it. And that's all off of mistakes that you made yourself. Gen.G, even on the last map, did a good job of setting themselves up for success. But then when it came down to actually executing and closing out the rounds, when they had the man-up advantage, they just couldn't convert.
An op online for Woot.
Op Odin.
What a brutal thing to have to deal with.
Yeah, 1-2 punch of its own, and it's all light armor on the side of Gen.G. 4 players tagged by that dagger.
And of course, oh gosh, I thought he was gonna fight, man. I thought he was gonna swing.
Just that little flash alone gives him all the info, though. He didn't even need to peek with it. He still heard, what, 2-3 players fully blind, just spamming away. That might set up some future kills in other rounds.
Stills one more flash.
Cover going out.
So if he decides that he's not satisfied, he can take another shot at it. But instead finds comfort in the smoke.
Beautiful entry from Woot.
Texture again can't find a way in, but Karen has. Oh, but he still can't capitalize on it. Woot is alive. Woot has awoken.
He peeks through the molly, Doug.
Unreal. Just so confident, so bold.
That's savage.
A 5v2 now, and it feels like the tables have turned.
Player standing.
How often, Trey, did we see throughout this series moments where the round had just started and then all of a sudden Gen.G's up 5-3, 2-4, things like that? I mean, the script has been flipped.
If you give Heretics an inch, they're going to take a mile, maybe more. Munchkin will take out the first member of Team Heretics, and he does have time to get the bomb planted, but in these moments, Heretics on the retake, they're not likely to just give you free fights. They're going to go together. They're going to use whatever utility they have left in the round. I mean, they still have a drone.
Yeah.
What?
They're so disciplined.
What is that? Here comes the drone.
Yeah.
And the tag, the peek from Woot, securing the round. He opened it up. He re-swung in through the KO molly of Munchkin. He's got his mojo back, his swagger back.
Then also, I mean, Karen getting lit up, can't do anything about it. That peak was perfect.
Oh, even that shot. All he saw was the hair off Munchkin's back.
He didn't even need the light up off the drone.
This is ridiculous.
So we're tied at 4. And they've all come in bunches. The timeline tells the tale. 10-4 for the Star with op in hand. 3 members. Texture being one of them. Considering the peak right here.
Oh my
He's just on the other side of the box. Does he jump peek?
Here.
He's scared to.
Wood is also giving up the line a little bit.
A dart used in a main for Lakia, so
Careful.
unless Gen.G invests the drone into this round to clear out mid, it should be a free first blood for Woot. That dagger lands, but you might think he's in B main or something. There is the connection.
It was a slow burn, but Texture falls. Munchkin on the counterpunch though, as Woot finds another. The smoke, the dash stays alive. Number still the way of the defense. Gen.G just feel like they've been spinning their wheels the last couple of rounds. It's not from lack of effort. They've gotten this thing competitive. They've gotten it down to 3, but of course it's Patatek.
Here.
Spike
planted.
down. Lakia has delivered on this very site before. Can he do it again? It's not the same weaponry, it's not the same position. But the demand is arguably greater. Lakia down, getting one.
Remaining.
Karen finding another. Can they win this 2v3 back? Rian's 1 away from his ult, but has 2 targets to find. Time is short, the drop is there. Karen gets his 3rd. Gen.G take the lead back.
Karen carrying the team right now with Lakia. The Omen flash, the TP. Who had too many targets to look at. Couldn't fixate on one. And then Lakia, who just slowly crept out of that site. Job well done
Can't use that.
from the boys at Gen.G. And Woot, I mean, he's looked like a completely different player on this map.
Remaining.
Karen, oh man, he did such a good job in this round. Biding his time, not giving Woot anything, and then striking at the precise moment that he needed to.
Converting a 2v3. Into the next we go. Gen.G with 1 round lead. We've got a couple of ults coming online very soon for the attack. There are plenty on the other side too.
Do you think they're ready for this move from Patatek and Wine? I mean, we've seen Gen.G try to disrespect that one way quite a bit.
We've also seen Gen.G be really sloppy sometimes.
Oh,
Here.
No second charge, no second swing. Nicely done to conceal the op. You assume, but now that you're the Vandal on the other side, they're gonna rotate back into it. Woot's got a line. Woot's got a shot, but it doesn't land. Procs a dash. Do they dare swing into him? Surely not.
so confident. Lakia is going to drone him off as he should. But now there's a turret still there that you have to break, and he's still holding his ground. Doesn't connect.
Tries to strike onto the 3rd, the 4th, and it's the shorty that delivers. Rians gets his. There's a casualty involved, but it doesn't matter because the round seems secured.
30 seconds left.
Lakia 1v3, or else Heretics are knotting us up at 5 apiece. He's close to the spike, but time is of the essence.
I have the spike.
He has no choice but to go forward. The problem is, forward is not safe. Forward is not secure. We're tied at 5.
Woot absolutely overwhelming the opposition. I mean, he held his ground so much. At first, all the way pushed up B main. Gets tagged by the KJ turret of Meteor and the swing of Meteor. Then goes all the way back up forward. Falls all the way back to here. And does this.
Get out of my way. Plenty of reasons to smile.
Rians just had to take him out. He's like, yo, chill out, brother.
That timer's not moving, Dre.
Uh-oh. He's gonna take a glance on the stage. Can't quite make out what the problem actually is. But while we have the time, I would like to talk about, obviously, Heretics coming back into this half, making it an even game. They were down, what, 4-0?
Yeah, something like, 4-0. It didn't look good.
Yeah, it was the back-to-back mistakes that Gen.G made to allow it to go to 4-2 and give Heretics a way back into this game. If they can close out this half at about 7-5, it's something to look forward to on their attacking side for sure. But Gen.G, I mean, they're really good at a map like this. I'm sure they'll take 5 rounds any day of the week going to the defensive side of this map.
I think most teams on the attack side of Ascent would.
Yeah. And yeah, now the roles have reversed. Woot is on the top of the scoreboard, sitting at 13 and 6. Texture is at 4 and 9. But this is nothing surprising to me because Jet on attack, I mean, you either drop 30 or you're sitting at like under 10.
Yeah.
And that's like a good game. It's just so hard to entry. There's so many layers of utility that you have to deal with.
Right, and your job is to create space. Honestly.
Yeah, that's literally it.
And if you get the kills on top of it, that's
W.
That's
Yeah.
icing.
Yeah, exactly. So nothing to be too worried about. But you can definitely tell that Gen.G are feeling a lot of the pressure and those nightmares that I spoke about that happened to them in Madrid. They're slowly seeping in to this stage.
Those demons, those nightmares, they die hard. And so we are back into the action. Valorant fans rejoice. The delay is over. Tied back at 5. You've got 2 rifles on the side of the attack. Meteor 1 away from his ult.
Here.
And they've put Patatek back in line now.
Yeah, Gen.G never cleared him out in the last round. That allowed the quick rotation and the Sova ult setup from Rians in the previous.
Do they clear him? That crosshair certainly is trained that way.
They're not clearing him, Doug.
They're looking.
They're looking, but they're not clearing him, Doug.
Oh.
They're not clearing him, Doug.
Oh no. Oh no. He gets his 2. Almost gets his 3rd. Meanwhile, the Alper at the top not able to connect the first time, but Woot does not miss twice. Again, as soon as the round starts, Gen.G are on a back foot.
These are mistakes Gen.G don't usually make.
But we saw it a couple of rounds ago. Remember the hit, the check switch? It's the same idea. These little boxes that are not going checked.
And they're paying out dividends to Team Heretics.
30 seconds left.
The feat of Texture will be seen. Doesn't get tagged up. This would take an absolute miracle, but he might get the opening right here. Can't even get one as Benji Fishy cleans him up.
Last round.
6-5, the way of Heretics.
And the last round of the half. We'll take a look at that one more time. This position from Patatek was so good. This was a trap that was set in the previous round, and you mentioned it. They didn't clear him in the previous round. They didn't check him last time. And even then, Texture was looking, but there wasn't the full commitment to clean the spot.
Usually you'll see a molly being thrown there before you use that drone or something,
Right.
maybe even a body as you're entering the site with that jet smoke. Nothing. Oh, there.
That hurts.
No kill, but yeah, a lot of damage done on a Meteor.
He's an important player to stay alive here too. He's got his lockdown online. Last round of the half.
It's a full B main trap. Omen flash off of the Killjoy turret and Odin spam.
Honestly, it's very simple.
Here we go.
Saw Patatek do in the previous round. There's the ult. Boo's on the swing. Benji Fishy holds the line. Forget the paranoia. It's a barrage of bullets. But Gen.G able to punch back. But they're off kilter now. Wavering, wobbling.
Flash.
That flash missing its mark. When you're 12 and 6, that's all right. You'll let that one go. Locky investing. Oh, he's getting tagged on Rians. Again, can he stay alive? The fancy footwork is so good.
I don't know how he does it. I do not know how he does it. It's not an easy thing to do. And Locky, he's so good with that ult as well. Patatek with that aggressive space
30
he took.
seconds left.
Just burning the clock down. Gen.G have to clear out everything.
53 HP, 20 seconds left in the round.
I mean, Munchkin has to speed up here, throw the molly to delay so we can get the bomb down. If he doesn't,
Well, there's no question of that now. They've got behind it. Oh! How? Munchkin gets 3! Gen.G ties up at 6. That was a 2v4.
It's crazy. Well deserved.
We got to see that again. They looked so done. Look at Benji Fishy on the swing. This is what looked like the round was done for.
But Munchkin and Locky, the trades in main, they played together so well.
And then this. Munchkin, what a hold. 3 on the round to tie us at 6. We talked about how 5 could have been enough. We talked about how maybe even 4 would be enough to carry you into the next. This is anyone's map now, and you imagine Heretics on defense will look good. We've got Devi standing by with an interview. Take it away,
Hey guys,
Nika.
we have another special guest with us. We have Devi from PRX. Devi, what does it feel like? This whole crowd is cheering for you right now. What do you think of this crowd?
现在感觉我们现场的观众都非常的热情，为你们欢呼，感受怎么样呢？你对他有什么感想呢？
Amazing. One word, if I had to describe, amazing. The people are so nice. The venue is huge. Probably one of my biggest regrets is not to be able to compete here, you know? So yeah.
哦，会感觉说这里真的是太奇妙、太棒了，大家都非常的热情，非常的棒，场馆也非常的大，真的很希望有一天我也能够在这么大的场馆进行比赛。
Now the score is really close. Both teams have one map each. What do you make of the game so far?
现在比分非常的接近，大比分接近，大比分是1比1。那你觉得现在目前为止比赛进行的如何呢？
Honestly, I think it can go both way. I think both teams play very good so far. And if I had to choose one team, it has to be Gen.G.
哦，我们觉得现在两者皆有可能势均力敌，大家都打得太好了。如果一定要让我选择一支队伍的话，我会选择 GEN.G。
All right, thank you very much, Devi, for your time. And we're going to send it back to the game and back to our casters.
Thank you so much, Mika. 6-6, what a fight we have on our hands. Now it's Heretics who are going to have to try to convert this and try to find success on a side that's often unsuccessful, on a side that's often difficult to convert on.
A side where they completely lost the plot against G2. That comeback. I mean, they had nothing going for them, but maybe this Killjoy change for the side of Benji Fishy can be the answer that they're looking for.
You know, Josh was talking about it on the desk. This is what he felt like the change was for. It wasn't necessarily for the defense. It was to find success on attack, and success already found courtesy of Wood.
He's been unreal on this map so far, in the head-to-head specifically.
And he's pining for more.
A little noise cut. Now they're gonna re-walk into B main off of that pressure. Utility being used to not get picked off. This is looking really good for Heretics.
Meanwhile, what looks like could be disaster. There's a fight afoot mid. The push through the smoke. Gen.G striking. Wood's playing his position, he's playing his timing, but Karen aware of the possibility. Now staring back as the spike makes its way onto B. Things slow down for just a moment. What can Meteor and Karen do?
Spike planted.
They're healthy. Healthy enough to make a run at this, but Meteor falls. Karen on the trade. Wood on the swing.
Oh, so smart to get out right there.
That's perfect, it's beautiful. Tempting him in. Heretics get the pistol.
But this is where Heretics faltered in their last match on Ascent. It was the anti-eco. They failed upon it. Look at this double swing into market right before the Omen Flash connects. Benji Fishy, the Killjoy with the Deagle. Maybe that was the answer.
That timing could not have been better.
Yeah.
Show for my body.
Good communication out of Team Heretics.
A calm response. Not allowing the moment to get too big.
Oh, Doug. Both these players in A main dodged the KO dagger.
Oh, the flash setup is so nice, but it's traded. And so the trap that was set up results in nothing.
Enemy down.
Oh. Making a statement.
You've got to get through this cleanly. The hopes of a bonus rest on this round. If they can get through this and save the Bulldog, save the Guardian, maybe even the Spectre. I'd still go so far as to say you invest around it.
Exactly, and this approach right now is what you want. From the side of Heretics, the probe on the opposite side of the map. You have all info, nobody is B. And I guess it doesn't matter, you might as well go anywhere. Woot! Spamming through the smoke.
Cleaning it up with the Bulldog.
On the other side of the map, Benji Fishy just grabbed another orb. I mean, if they can cycle the bomb plant onto them, unless Charon goes down right here.
And he will. A flawless round for Heretics as they get to 8. But you're right, they min-max their way through that entire round, and oftentimes all we ask for is a clean round, right?
Yeah.
Save your weapons, try to take as little damage as possible. Heretics realizing that the moment does not get any bigger than this. The opportunity doesn't get any greater.
Don't do anything. Yeah. Like, that was the B player. I think I might be able to walk out B.
Great job.
Yep.
The probe, the human probe. You don't need utility.
It's a walking drone.
All he had was a sheriff, why not? If you run into the stack, that's the cue to just go A and do the hit. That being said, this is the first gun round for Gen.G's defensive side. Much like Patatek, Munchkin holding that A main space. Heretics more than willing to give all that space up while they prod up mid slowly, surely. Waiting for anything to come in their sights.
Texture's waiting on the other side. This is a really nice turret setup too, but the flash delays for just a moment, but you didn't hit Texture, and he'll hit back. A couple more spotted, 59 HP for the duelist, has to give the space up, and Munchkin will fill in behind it.
An upgrade for Woot. Just barely misses the sights of Meteor. And a freeze to the round, waiting for any type of mistake the defense is gonna make.
Riens has his dart back up.
Whoa.
That could have been it. That could have been the opportunity, the possibility. But the thoughts, the potential of a bonus are surely gone here. Riens has upgraded a weapon. He's gonna have to 1v4 to pull this off. A paranoia at his face. No space is safe.
Texture waking up in this second half of Ascent on that gun round. Some really clean shots. That flick onto the B main player. That was a nice one. The follow-up utility. That turret getting flashed, that was kind of worrisome for a second. But it was all good. Gen.G win the first gun round, and they win it pretty clean.
And there was plenty of possibility for it to go the wrong way. But they hang on. An exchange of utility at the beginning of the round. You see the knife already invested, a dart to boot. And now Heretics want to explore mid. And Alarm Bot will keep them at bay, at least for a little bit. And if nothing else, it's just info.
This looks so similar to the last round that we witnessed.
Alarm Bot spotted. Now Heretics have options.
Rocket might get caught in this timing. Heretics don't take full advantage of it quite yet.
It's another freeze. The knife's not going to tag anything, Cat. Meteor's aware of where the hit's coming from. He understands he's getting surrounded. It's getting real cozy. It's getting real claustrophobic in there. But Meteor, on the swing, gets another. With a molly in his lap, strikes back. Things slow down. It's a 2v2 now. Boo gets a spike down.
Spike planted.
And Munchkin is on the prowl. Riens keep him back. No, what a shot.
That was beautiful.
Boo in a 1v2.
Cover going
With
out.
so much to do. One way will provide some cover, it'll buy some time. We've seen a .06, and as every second ticks off this clock, the situation gets more complicated, more difficult. He ate the flash, gets the first. Munchkin waiting on the other side of the box. Boo creeping forward. Closer and closer. Now, the drop down, the molly on one side. He's buying his time as best as he can. He's playing the clock. Munchkin's gonna get the kill. It's gonna be close. There's not enough time. So well played by Boo. The Red Bull clutches Heretics get 9.
Let that one soak in. IGL v IGL. Right at the end right there. Beautiful shots, beautiful trades, and so well played. The back and forth, and yeah, he goes down, he falls, but he secured the round. And he secured Gen.G being put on a bad buy.
So close, such a difficult situation. You said you gotta let that one sink in, but Dre, there's no time to. 17th round is upon us, and the buy for Gen.G, as you mentioned, is rough.
Shadows traveling.
It's so impressive how Heretics can just, within a one-day turnaround, couple-day turnaround, become a completely different team on new maps, new compositions. All 5 players, their macro game, their game sense, it's so on point to be able to apply everything they learn in such a short amount of time. It's so rare to find teams that can do this thing.
Coaching staff and the value they provided is incredible, but I mean, you can do all the prep. You can do all the work on the front end, but if the execution is not there, then it's all for naught.
Exactly. Can you actually execute it? And this is a team that's shown us that they are willing to do that. They're willing to go the extra mile.
There's a lot of Killjoy utility here. Patatek does not have his knife up.
What a shot.
And it's clear just like that. Almost effortless.
30 seconds left.
Got Sheriffs on the other side. They've got to know that that's the case. The Singer and the Sheriff provide some value. They deal some damage. And it's only getting worse. It's a 2v2. It shouldn't have gotten it down to this, but Heretic stabilized.
Almost a chance there on the actual A site. That was a nasty shot from Karen. But the timing of Heretics, the trading, everything was just going their way. The utility, it was just too much. When you don't have the gun advantage, I mean, Karen, he did all he could. This shot was ridiculous. That is disgusting. Benji Fishy on the lurk, the 4-1 coming out on top. The same exact anti-eco as the first time around. And it feels like this is it. Gen.G have to win this round. An Operator invested, an Odin invested. And I think this is why you see Heretics just going for a full B main rush.
They have 4 ults online.
Whoa!
And 3 members, 1 away. Now Lakia gets his off the spam from Woot.
Bomb grenade out.
Lockdown used. Remember, Lakia just got his ult. Could counter with it, and he will. That's going to clear things out, and it's going to slow things down for just a moment, but never mind. Boo wants to go forward. Texture with the out punishes. Meteor, meanwhile, playing his cards beautifully. It's a flawless round in response for Gen.G. You said they needed to win it. They do.
And they won it flawlessly. A beautiful setup. The spam in the beginning from Lakia. He invests the Hunter's Fury late into the round. He didn't use it off the rip. He let it kind of tick down a little bit. It's almost as if he wanted some of the players from Heretics to overcommit so they can run into Textures off, so they can run into Meteor and Logs. These are the micro things that when Gen.G do it correctly, it makes them look like world beaters.
Get out of my way.
Knife used at the beginning here. The blades invested by Woot. And he's not going to have him for a little while. That knife will cause problems.
Yeah, makes them back away promptly. Woot decides to just hang around here, see if he can get any kills given to him, but so far from the side of Gen.G, they're playing it pretty safe. You have Munchkin just spotting the cat, jiggling back and forth. Maybe he'll commit a molly or something like that, something of the sort. And Texture, he's just tucked heaven here, no reason to swing.
Revealing area.
A lot of info gathered B main, that's a free orb. Maybe he could catch a timing if he pushes all the way through, but we're already 4 players here, Doug.
Yeah, the problem is Lakia cleared all that space to be made, and then you've got the alarm bot mid too. So they can stack all A, understanding where the hit's coming from.
Yeah.
And now Knife's traded. If there was doubt before, there isn't anymore. Meteor tries to capture timing, tries to get aggressive and cheeky. Pays for it with his life, but the rest of the guns around him will secure the round.
Down A.
Patatek in a 1v4 with the Guardian in hand. Will get dropped by the op, and what a shot that must have been.
3 for Texture. Meteor, he had to run swinging through that smoke. He was stuck with a shock dart behind him, a molly in front of him. I don't blame him for going for that. And then the actual site, the anchors of A, who didn't move the entire round. They did a really good job of playing off of one another. Karen The Omen flash, that flick, that quick scope, beautifully done. Good execution from Texture.
And so Heretics will call a timeout, and the conversation and the possibility of momentum becoming a factor kind of gets sucked out of the situation for just a little bit. Things slow down, things stabilize. All of a sudden, you're not riding the emotional highs. You're not as much out of your seat. This is where you get back to the fundamentals.
Yeah, and the problem for Heretics is they haven't played this map much at all, so what fundamentals do they really have to fall back on? It's all just prep right now. They're kind of learning the fundamentals as they go on a map like this. But if there is ever a team to learn them and learn them quickly, in real time, it is Heretics. And the setup so far in the last 2 rounds from Gen.G, they've looked clean.
All eyes on the prize. The trophy, the crown jewel of this tournament sits between these 2 titans. Every time you glance across the stage, you're reminded of what you're playing for, what you're close to or on the other side, what's slipping away. 1 round separating 2 Heretics on top. Got a couple of ults.
Standing ahead.
Gen.G with plenty to play around.
Yeah, the ult economy is insane right now for Gen.G. And something I want to point out is this attacking Odin. It makes me believe that we're going to see a B hit come out, because why else would you invest into an Odin on the attacking side?
Oh, he spotted him.
No way.
The lamppost?
Here.
That's what's keeping him safe?
What?
Here.
Crouching and staying alive.
He thinks he's still there. Surely he gives up that angle eventually, but if he sticks around for too long, he might get punished. Oh, the footstep made. I think here's that. Alarm bot's still up though.
Texture gives his face away, but you're right, the alarm bot will keep him at bay for now.
And everything that Heretics has shown so far is a lean towards A.
Wood has a smoke. He wants to try to play around this, or he'll just clear it. Forget about the element of surprise.
An early Killjoy ult. Meteor not liking the silence around the map.
Rian's having to invest the ult to counter it and trade it out. And will eventually get cleared. Remember Meteor, how well he plays this time, how well he plays this position. Now in a spot to do it again. As he hears footsteps coming through, Patatek had him.
Seconds left.
Read him the entire time. Locky is on the swing and he can't find a thing. Spike will go down. Texture and Munchkin sitting back. Forced to rotate over. They've been able to clear 1, but the trades are perfect. Heretics will get to 11.
What a call off of the timeout. That was absolutely ridiculous. A smoke in mid 2. A late knife A main, and it was that Odin purchase I talked about that kind of foreshadows the B hit to come through. There's no way you're buying that gun and going A. But they baited 3 members of Gen.G to stay at A site. There were no KO flashes over the top, and yeah, Karen invests that Omen ult to get backside B. But Woot, it's the Woot show, baby.
It wasn't for the first couple of chapters, but it is now. Texture with Yop. Has one boot, but Woot does it again. This is the Woot that we were talking about at the beginning of the tournament, at the beginning of the series. This is the Woot that was supposed to stand up against Texture.
The one that's been redefining what a prodigy is. On a role that's not his.
They're so close. The flash over the top. They have to spam. And Boo is the nightmare. Gonna clean them up, and now they can waltz their way into A for free. But Meteor causing problems, dealing with pressure from both sides. He's able to alleviate a little bit of it, but it's too overwhelming. It's too great. Locky has to save.
And if I'm Heretics right now, once that ticker goes down enough to where you know it's safe, maybe you leave one guy there, I am hunting. I'm looking for this operator. I am not letting Gen.G breathe. The economy is fine, forget it. But if you get this operator out, you don't have to worry about that going into the next round.
I mean, you've got him in the corner, you've got him against the ropes with shoulders slumped and head heavy. And that could be the final blow to put him away. And so they will. Perhaps a bit too late, though. Lakia will hang on to it. He'll take the op into the next.
Doug, you talked about fundamentals. In that timeout, what have we seen so far? We've seen a team that called a perfect round, a perfect fake towards A, leaving 3 players there. Into this round where once they're up 4v5, they're not peeking into A main dry. A KO flash over the top. Oh, wow. Watch this. Decimated. But this, the KO flash over the top, catching the re-aggression from Gen.G. And for the side of Gen.G, and for the side of Gen.G, a timeout. And also, in that round when you're down 4v5, sometimes you gotta make something happen. You gotta get aggressive somewhere else, try to even the score. But right now, it's those fundamentals that you mentioned that Heretics have somehow learned on a map that they've only played 2 times this year. This is the 2nd time.
Heretics walked into this arena with memories of Madrid close by, right? They walked in, they couldn't get a thing going, go 0-2, an early dip out of the tournament, and they walked into Shanghai thinking, we're here to maybe make a run, but we come in with a sub. I mean, how much can we really do? They walked in as challengers, with an Emperor staring them down in the arena. And they're the ones who are gunning for the crown.
Gen.G on this map have been absolutely uncontested. This entire year, they've looked so good on it. They've looked like one of the best teams, and right now, Heretics are sitting on match point for the next 3 rounds at least.
Right here.
How do Gen.G respond? Munchkin has his ult. Another slow round. Knife getting a little bit of info, spotting Karen on the other side.
Enemy tag.
The drone only seeing 1, and it's Benji Fishy, so there's no real reason to think something else is afoot. No reason for suspicion. Shock will deal a little bit of damage, a little splash. And listen to the map. You could hear a pin drop, and that pin is the swing! Meteor falls, Lakia checking the smoke! Assassinating Whoop, but getting traded! A 3v3 now as they've invested everything into this. Heretics not interested in playing any more rounds here. But Gen.G will not go down without a fight. They will not relent. So they take the 3 that they have forward. The Knife will buy a little bit more time. Rienz is on swing with the drone. Texture cannot get in. It's uncomfortable. It's not easy. It's labored. Texture with some high ground now, dashing forward. Still torn asunder by his teammates. Not able to join up, not able to come at this collectively. And that spike has been ticking for a long time. Now committing, all of them huddled back sight. Can they get him out of those pesky corners? They've gotten 2. Can Boo do it by himself? He's gotten it down to 1, but the smoke provides cover. He's got to check in, and he does! The Red Bull quad from Heretics! Ascent goes their way! They've gotten this damn close! Now 1 map to potentially decide it all. Lotus, after this break, do not go anywhere.
1 enemy remaining.
You are safe.
Come on, boys. Go! Oh, bro. You are disgusting, Wu. It's my man. This is how it... Best of 5, I'm telling you. Do you hear that crowd, bro? They're all for us, bro.
Listen, I'm gonna say one thing. I'm reading them like a book.
I'm fighting CT. Bang! Crowd. Ah!